Hey guys, N2 Collect here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series, the Zabu Build-A-Figure Wave. Here we have the Red Widow. I got mine from Amazon. I think Amazon has started to ship out the Superior Iron Man, and then Big Bad Toy Store has actually already shipped out my Superior Iron Man. So the wave is starting to come, just not quite all at once. I am excited for the wave. The Zabu Build-A-Figure is going to be awesome. Cable, I think, is going to be great. Ka-zar is going to be another good one. But here we have Red Widow. This will be the first one to review here for you guys. So it looks like we got a couple of accessories. We got this, is that a Helbert? I don't know what it's called. You guys let me know. We got an extra set of hands, and then we get one of the legs for the Zabu Build-A-Figure. You can see there down the bottom, it just says Red Widow. We just get the generic Marvel logo. Here on the side, we get that awesome artwork of the Red Widow, looking very cool. Here on the back, you see that same artwork. And the bio reads, "The silent and mysterious Red Widow is an assassin trained in the Red Room to serve in the super-powered Winter Guard." So another Winter Guard character to add to our collection. We have Crimson Dynamo, we have Darkstar, we have Ursa Major, we have Red Guardian. So now we get to add Red Widow to that. And of course here, looking at the wave, we have Superior Iron Man, Black Winter, I think it was. Then we have, oh, it actually says right there, duh, Black Winter. And then you have Wolfsbane, Ka-zar, Red Widow, Icarus, and Cable to build Zabu. So here we go, Red Widow. Let's go ahead and get it out of the package. Okay, so here's the Red Widow figure out of the package, and I want to apologize to you guys ahead of time. I do have a little bit of a cold. I'm really not feeling well, but I wanted to get this review out for you guys as the wave is starting to hit and people are getting excited for new figures. It feels like we haven't had a whole lot of new Marvel Legends coming through a whole lot lately, but it sounds like, you know, the Zabu wave is going to be coming. The Retro Iron Man wave is going to be coming. Hasbro Pulse is getting the Morbius and Doctor Strange Spider-Man Animated Series VHS 2-pack soon. So there are figures coming, so I wanted to kickstart it. I haven't had a whole lot of videos lately, so I wanted to get this out for you guys. So here we have Red Widow, and it's pretty good overall. It is the newer female body, the pinless one, so double jointed elbows, double jointed knees are all pinless. It has the bicep swivel, all that, so we are good there. Other than that, not a whole lot going on with it. The cloak, cape, thing on this obviously is going to greatly hinder this figure. You can remove it, but then it's going to look a little bit weird. The paintwork on it is questionable, where the red and the black meet on the legs. Like, it's pretty bad on mine. That's going to be a QC issue. Don't know. It's not going to be the same on everyone's copy. Mine was pretty bad though, so let's go ahead and get in for a closer look at this Red Widow figure. Okay, so here we have a close look at the Red Widow figure. Head sculpt looks pretty good. It's got a hood on there, and it's got like this, it almost looks like an armored piece of mask or helmet, I guess would be kind of the correct saying. The hood is part of the head sculpt, so if we pop it off, which we'll just go ahead and get out of the way now, you can pop that off. The hood is part of it, like that head piece is actually just in there. You can see the black and the red pieces are actually separate pieces, so that red piece is glued onto the black. It looks pretty good, just white for the eyes and just all black for the head in there. The folds and stuff on the hood look pretty good. I really like that. So you can remove the cape, as you can see there. The cape, cloak, whatever it is removable. As you can see, and then you just have like the figure here. Not a whole lot going on for it. A bunch of red plastic with some black paint. I think the lower legs are going to be black plastic though. Actually, the legs are black plastic because the red is painted on, and the red is what's really sloppy. Like, it's really bad in some of these areas, and like it's where the hip meets. You can see it's just like coming off. When we get in front of the closer look at that, you'll see what I'm talking about. So it's a little unfortunate, but anyway. Let's go ahead and get that back on there, and let's pop this head back on there as well. Whoops. So here we have the Red Widow figure, and it looks pretty good. We get the Black Widow logo there on the front. We also get it on the hands. Speaking of hands, we got two grip hands on the figure, and then we also have a fist for the left, and then we get this open gesturing hand for the right. And these seem like extra small hands. Kind of weird, like really, really small hands. Usually the hands for comic figures tend to run a little bit large. As you can see, these ones are quite small. So like all female figures famously came always with the same exact gesturing hand. So like Darkstar, as you can see there. They're just longer fingers, I guess. It's just kind of weird. You can see they're not the same hand. So they are switching it up a little bit, which I can kind of appreciate. So it's just different to see. which again, not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. And then we have the Helbert here. I'd have to double check. Forgive me, I don't think my brain's working properly today. I don't know if this is the same that came with Daredevil or the Fist Ninjas. I'd have to go back. It could be new. But a nice silver paint for the bladed portions there, and then just red for the handle. It is a little bit soft, a little bit pliable, but overall looks good. So getting back to the Red Widow, I wanted to talk about some of the paint defects that I see on this figure that just kind of really bother me. It just gets really sloppy right here where the red and the black meet. It just doesn't look good, as you can see there. It's just sloppy line work. And I don't know if that's like just in the process of paint overrun. But it doesn't look good. It's just very fuzzy and not great, as you can see, like even right there. But like looking right there at the hip, look at all that red plastic that must have flaked off at some point. And then you just see that black plastic in there. So that's a little unfortunate. It's just kind of funky. And like I got black paint on the finger. I don't know how that even happened. Right, because the plastic, the hand is red plastic, and then they added in the Black Widow logo paint. So I don't even know how black paint got on that hand. So just some QC issues. And again, this is going to be something that's specific to mine, may not be on everyone's. But you guys let me know down in the comments below how yours turns out. Let's go ahead and check out the articulation now. Okay, so articulation. The cape is going to greatly hinder a lot of things that this figure is going to be able to do. She cannot look up. She can look down a little bit, as you can see there. You get some swivel in there, but the collar of the cape is really going to get in the way and greatly hinder that. The arms, you really can't even get the arms to go out, obviously, because the cape is draped over her shoulders, so that also greatly hinders it. So for the rest of the articulation, I'm actually going to remove the cape so you can see how the base figure itself is going to be able to move, but understand that this thing is going to greatly get in the way of trying to get it into certain poses and things like that. So the arm, you can get the arm to go straight on out with the newer body. This isn't the super articulated body like the Warbird and Black Widow are on. So full rotation in that shoulder, upper bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbow, so you get that much bend at the elbow. Wrists swivel and they do hinge. Standard horizontal hinge on all of the hands. We have the diaphragm cut on here, so she could tilt to her left that much there. She could tilt to her right that much there, so that's actually really good tilt. Going back is actually a pretty fair amount. Coming forward is where it's really going to be non-existent. It's very, very little, negligible. You can't even tell. Swivel at that diaphragm. Legs go out that far apart. She can kick forward that far, which is nice and high. Leg doesn't really go back. You got an upper thigh cut in there. Double jointed pinless knee, so that much bend there at the knee. No calf swivel. Foot hinges down. Get some hinge up, ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So, yeah, it looks pretty good. The hinges on the knees, by the way, are red. So that's why you can see the disc portion is all red. I don't mind that. It's not terrible. Obviously, it's not the best looking, but I don't mind it. It's okay. So that is her articulation again, but without the cape. Because with the cape, I mean, you're just not going to really be able to move her. Like, the arms can't really do much. You could, move the legs around, sure, but then that cape is going to be on the ground. So maybe you could use it for balance, but it gets in the way. Forgive me for not even mentioning this earlier, but here we have the Zabu Build-A-Figure piece. This is the upper left leg for Zabu. We can nice pause there. You actually get those soft portions up underneath. They're actually painted, and then the claws there. The fur texture, all of that looks pretty good. A little bit of shading in there. I like it. So I'm excited to build him. We got 5 other figures with pieces to go. Who knows when I will have that all completed, but hopefully by the end of the month, we should have them all. Okay, so for side-by-side comparisons, here we have the super articulated Target exclusive Black Widow figure and the Yelena Belova figure that was in, the Puff Adder Wave, I think it was. So you can see there we have our different widows: Black Widow, Red Widow, and what was Yelena? Black Widow also? You guys let me know that in the comments below. Okay, so here we have the Winter Guard that Hasbro has given us in Marvel Legends form. So we've got the Crimson Dynamo Build-A-Figure, we got the Ursa Major Build-A-Figure, Dark Star, Red Guardian, and now we add in Red Widow. I like the color scheme. The red and black, I think, obviously looks really good. The cape the cape cloak is just so restrictive. It really hurts the figure. And then the QC on the paint. Again, mine is just a bad one. Hopefully yours is not as bad. Other than that, the figure's pretty good. It helps when we round out additional characters to finish groups. We're not there yet on the Winter Guard, but it does make it feel a little bit more complete. You guys let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of the Red Widow figure? Or is it one that you're probably just going to pick up to get the Zabu Build-A-Figure piece, which I know for a few folks that's probably going to be the case. But in and of itself, it's a decent figure, only because, again, it is the updated female body, which we've had for a few years now, so it obviously should not be a surprise. I probably won't even mention it. It's just, I think at this point, this is kind of the norm, although Yelena wasn't that old, and that was, single jointed elbows and pins on the knees. But this one is a pinless one, so we have that going for it. So you guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you think of the Winter Guard all being together here? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.